Hello, hello, it's Veru, and we are back in oxygen not included in our base Triumph, which as of right now is not really a triumph, but it's doing okay. I've had worse bases. It's a lot to get done though, and not a lot of guys to do it. I'm up to 5. Oh, and we got someone else coming in, maybe. I'm liking that high strength, high athletics, but I don't really see how you're gonna end up being a good digger or cooker. And you're stupid, so afraid not. We are doing all right. Spending a lot of our time powering the base, unfortunately. The rest of the time cooking. We could probably stand to chill out on the food production for a bit, but I'm always a bit loath to stop that because I'll forget that I stopped it. How is our... Oh. Micrograms of oxygen remaining in the top section. Fair amount of hydrogen still. That hydrogen is hopefully going to eventually end up in here. This is currently a vacuum. Now, this begs the question, do I still have you hooked up to something? Yes, but not. So you'll fill up the pipe and then no, you'll stop because there'll be nothing to go nowhere. Okay, this all needs to get cleaned out. But honestly, before all of this gets cleaned out, I just need... So I do want to link this all together in one section. But, no, that's true. I do want to do that. And am I going to be able to come down around here? Not very easily. Because it's gross. Yeah, okay, so... Okay, so what is this thing powering? This is all powering the vacuum circuit, which is why people are running on it so frequently. This is powering refrigeration and oxygen production in 3 separate rooms, which is why that is powering down so quickly. Now this we can open up. This is fine. This is going to be... Okay, let it close. We really don't want all of this. Okay. P8. 8. 8, 8, 8. All of this done. Okay. Yeah, come on guys. I don't want too much of this chlorine getting in my base. Almost done guys. Oh, no. Boo. Boo hiss. Boo and hiss. I got a fair amount of chlorine getting in. It should, I think, sink to the bottom. Battery's going to run out shortly. We are on micrograms up here, so we are approaching the beginnings of vacuum. Still have grams of carbon dioxide though. That's fine. It is taking time. All good things do. So in the meantime, we're just going to keep powering through the whatchamacallit, tech tree. We are fine on food, so I'm glad for them to do something else. And now this has been sorted. Yeah, keep building. Now, I'd love to be able to keep this. At the same time, I've been looking at my other base designs, and I'm thinking I might eventually want to move the water to a shallower, more central position, which means I might want to bring this door up. And if I decide I want to do that, I'm going to put in a board cube in each of the corners of the base. And that should radiate enough coolness to keep everything cold. Now, other things I've been looking at and thinking about are taking this space below the base, making a cold water reservoir. So basically, pumping a bunch of water through an aquatuner, which, do I have aquatuners yet? Thermo aquatuner, to get it nice and cold. And basically, once I pump it down in here, I'm going to submerge a bunch of slime in it, and I'm going to put a slime processing center down here, I think. And that'll allow me to start moving off in directions I currently can't. That being said, this map is so, like, oh my gosh. Slime is really only blocking here, here. There's ways through it in every direction that I can see. Now, whether or not that's going to continue once I get outside of the visible radius is impossible to know, obviously. But if it does, that would be quite fantastic. We pulling the hydrogen in yet? What's it going to take, hydrogen? I need you to get down here. Carbon dioxide. It's pulling 100 milligrams out per second or so. It's not terrible. And you guys just keep working. So right now my base is, it's going to get hot up here, but it's eventually getting hot over here as well. But it's sustainable enough that I can probably just power through the research and think about how I want to do my plans long term. I'd like better bathrooms set up. Okay, I've got the water sieve built. Now, what was my intention here? If this is going to be a bathroom, then this was going to be the output. This was going to go down here. And this input was going to come back into here. Eventually, we want to make this a closed circuit. The first step to doing that is to basically pump in toxic water. In fact, I don't even have to build this out first. I can pump it in from here. Get this filled up. Get the whole sort of loop filled. I think you don't lose liquid. You might lose a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I should probably look into that at some point. Okay, let's start clearing this. How much chlorine is still out here? Ugh, a lot. Actually, what we're gonna do is I am going to start making some specialty sections of the base. So if I am going to be building a place to manage slime lung down here, why not start it up? And to do that, one thing that is effective. Now here's the question, am I going to be able to get out here? Yeah, I am. So if I build it here now, then as long as I've got a path between here, once I carve this out, I can lock the door here. Well, not lock the door, that'd be bad. But I can set up so that the only place that can receive slime, once the first bit of slime falls, is down here. At that point... Oh, by the way, I just learned today for the first time that you can put these like this. I didn't realize that, so I could have hatches. I've been thinking, ugh, I want hatches. I still wish I could have just one high hatches, like you would have, you know, as an actual hatch. But hatches are better than no hatches. Of course, I'm not referring to hatches, but... Let's just deconstruct that. So, eventually I'm thinking this room I'm going to fill up with chlorine. And I'm going to dump... Like, I want to fill it up with a high volume of chlorine and dump slime into here to de-germ. I can lock the door, ideally remotely with automation wire. Shouldn't be too hard to do. All I need is a germ sensor. Well, germ sensors are hard to do. All I really need is any sensor. Even the simplest sensor will do, as long as I just toggle it. So I could do a hydro sensor here and put there's more than any water. And it'll be like, oh, there isn't. And then it'll toggle it off, and then be like, oh, it is less than any water. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, that is the case. Toggle it on. In that case, even the simplest sensor in this game is effectively a way of being able to open and close doors without having to get dupes involved, to turn on and off machines without having to get dupes involved. If nothing else, even if you don't use it for any of its more advanced automation functions, it's still just an absolutely beautiful tool for making it so that you can take more control over the base on the micro level. Which I'm into. Doesn't mean you're into it. How are we doing up here? Oh, wow. Getting down there. Wow. Hydrogen is still in the grams, though. And how far does this go? It's still down in the grams section once you get up here. Starts getting into milligrams. It's going to be a while yet before this vacuum is done. Okay. Can I just get this stuff as a... Well, okay. Let's deal with this. Yeah, so I can get the gas pump installed. It's all actually pretty much set up. I'll just need to turn this plug on once it's built, which is great. That's my thinking ahead. Go me. Okay. Come on. You won't dig, you won't cook. You will build, and you're good at building, and you'll haul. And you're... Okay. Fine, you're on. Come on, Bubbles. No, 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 Bubbles, Bubbles. Bubbles. You, my gopher. Do you... Oh, wait. Do you actually have something that you like doing? You want to do research. Fine. You're my research assistant. Wouldn't mind getting you a little bit more learning. Get you up to learning 7. That will definitely help me out. Doke. This hydrogen really does not want to move out of this section. I'm wondering if it will actually ever go vacuum. It's a bit concerning. I especially need this to go vacuum soon because this is going to cut out a huge amount of heat transfer. Can we auto this? You're a door, you should be 8. Unless, did I set everybody to absolutely always toggle? Good. Good on me. I think I'm slowly figuring out the priority system. Now, just be aware, I may be uploading a larger amount of the Oxygen Not Included videos versus my Cataclysm videos for the next few days. I'm recording a bunch in advance because I'm going away for Easter holiday to my mother-in-law's. And it's just simpler for me to record this game for longer in one session. It's clearer what I'm doing. It's clearer in general, and I'm addicted to the game. That's probably okay. Let's just cut all the BS. I'm addicted to this game, straight up addicted. I think about it. I dream about it. So yeah. That's where we stand on that. It's probably not healthy. Who got to 100? Good job, mate. But this begs the question, Frankie, can you research assistant? Yes. Have you groundkeepered yet? Yes. Frankie, you're the man. I very much doubt you've general engineered, though. Get on it. Good job. Okay, this is going to be eventually where we're going to put chlorine. What do we got? We go straight to any of these end to, well, HVAC I need to get to anyway for later Borg cubishness. I know why granite's purple sometimes and gray some other times. It must be the influence of hydrogen. Look at all that coal. My gosh. Of course, I've, on my own game, I played a little bit around with the ranching stations. It's a bit of a pain in the ass in some ways, but we'll make it work. I'm wondering if it's going to just delete this hydrogen. It may do that. It may just be like, oh, it's now a vacuum. Hoping it doesn't. I'd like to actually reclaim that hydrogen. Oh, hypnotic. Now that we've got more people on, I think what we're going to want to do is 6, 5, 5, 4, 4. There we go. 3. Research is going to fly by. Not only are all of my guys very smart, but, well, no, actually that's just it. They're all very smart. So research is going to go quickly. I keep starting sentences thinking I've got something else more interesting and better to say. And then I realize I'm wrong. It's perplexing. A lot of hydrogen here. I would like to start burrowing upwards, but do I have anyone who can even do that yet? Yeah, Ada. Ada could start getting me some abyssalite. I'm gonna send her, but I want to send her. I'm gonna send her down. Ah, wrong button. Ada, can I get you on that? I bet I could if I went like this. It's not Ada, that's Bubbles. You know what the problem may be? Just get rid of this tile. It's not serving me in any way. This one is keeping Slime Lung in check. That one can stay. Hey Frankie, thanks for getting over here. Yeah, go that way. Yeah, there's not a lot of oxygen down here, guys. Sorry, I'm real sorry about that. So I must have already used that at some point. And I must have already used that at some point, obviously, to fill this up. Anything else I need to use those things for yet? Not really. We're gonna get the mesh tiles up. Good on you. Might as well get manual airlocks in. I can think of no reason not to. Decor plus 10. It's a pretty ugly building anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. And gas pump. Once I get this thing turned on, this section is going to go vacuum really quite quickly. Diseases are bad. So this, you kind of have to just dig around this one, but there's really no point in even doing it, except to let these dudes out, which I don't care about right now. How are we doing up here? Hydrogen, still not turned the corner. Wow, we are down to a very small amount of oxygen up here. But it doesn't seem to really be pulling much out anymore. Is this going down at all? At this point, it's being dominated by... Oh. Okay, it's going down. Jobs mastered. Who we got? Apprentice miner. And some stuff. Hey, Joshua. I already had you do this? I have. Have I already had you do this? I have. Have I already... I think you just finished this. No, you didn't. Okay, apprentice architect for you. Let's get you done with the tier 1 jobs. Nice. Frankie, what are you looking at right now? Cooking wise. Cooking of 6. Okay, let's just 5 all of these for now. There's no point, is it? It's way too hot up here. Okay, so now, once I finish this, once I finish this entire area, where am I going to want to move my power generation? Probably, if I put a Borg cube in here, I'm just going to station batteries around the outside of it. That should keep them cool, should counter any heat they're producing. And then I can put energy generation probably outside the base. I'd love to start pulling hydrogen and just really eat all of this. I mean, there's a lot of hydrogen on this map. I'd love to eat it. Don't have hydrogen generation yet. I think I talked about the end of the last episode. Frankie, you're learning, my friend. And I always appreciate when learning goes up. And there we go. Next research done. Got HVAC. Okay, so I can now build a liquid tuner. A thermosensor, rather. Liquid tuner. I've got everything I need to build a cube, except I need abyssalite piping. I need to get my smelting up. And I'm not very good at it yet, to be fair. I'm probably going to want to... other things I need. Yeah, Josh, get your new helmet on. Good man. Okay, that was weird. You saw that, right? That wasn't just me. He put his helmet on, then he went, oh, I want to do that again. I really enjoy the way that felt. I got to shake my hands in the air and Feel like a rock star for a couple minutes. I'm gonna do that again. You can't stop me. 12. How quickly is it going down? Okay. Vacuum is starting to extend through this portion. Now, it might literally need to climb all the way out to here before hydrogen starts pulling down, which is potentially annoying. We are in micrograms throughout. Milligrams. Yeah, milligrams. Yeah. Tinkering 6. Good going, Josh. Nope, you garbage. Ah! Silly me. New guy. You get a table too. Let's see. Begs the question. 4. Bubbles, there's like chairs. Oh, you don't have one. That's right. Yeah, because you're new. That's fine. You'll have one shortly-ish. There's some abyssalites. Now what we want is... I'm gonna double ladder, I think. No. What I could do, instead of double laddering, is I could go... Yoke. Okay, so place to stand right there. Place to stand right there. I think they can get up and down this. I'm not sure. It's time consuming. I'm sure they're not going to like it. But it may be a functional way up. If not, I'll add some ladders. It's fine. Unless they get down and just can't. No, I know they can climb out of it. I just don't know if they can go down it. Is anyone going to go take care of that? Probably not. Everyone is on the bike. Okay, we're down to 6 micrograms before we hit the hydrogen barrier. 5, 4. Oh, we got persistent vacuum. Spreading. Okay. And suddenly hydrogen's in. That's what I thought was going to happen. That was weird. But it was what I expected, so... Worst case scenario, we can always put a little route in here, build this a bit higher, and don't know what we do about breaking it open. Don't know. It's quiet. Everyone sleeps and then wake up. It's morning. Back to work. Peons. No one is doing that. It's fine. That is non-critical. Hydrogen generator. So this thing right here could be good fun. It could add a lot of energy to the grid and drastically reduce. I mean, it's never sustaining, but at least it would be something I could do to consume some of this hydrogen. The question is really just how to do it. Now, I'd have to set up a gas pump. How much do these things consume in terms of energy? Power produced. Oh, this is the whole circuit. Power consumers, gas pump, 240 watts. So that's what, joules per second? Something, kilojoules per second? I don't know. Probably joules per second. I used to actually repair electronics when I was in my early 20s for the military, but it's been a very long time and I forgot most of it. So kudos to me, yeah? Now, might as well drop off as many of the hatches as we can find up here. Get them out of their mixed location. Actually, wait, not there. Might as well drop them off down here. What we are going to do is we're going to finish digging this out. Let's unlock this. Yep. This tile does not seem to be getting infected. I'm happy about that. That's close enough. It's a bit tight up here. I could probably fix that by putting in some airflow tiles. Okay, looking around. Still have not found. Oh yeah, there we go. An ice biome. It's a clear shot from this door. Right there. Through some iron, some extra abyssalite that we don't necessarily need to cut through. Well, I guess that we do need to cut through unless we come from down here. Ladder up. Once the research is done, I can turn the research stations off. That's great. Once the vacuum's done, they will be mostly done writing on these pipes. Okay, filling this on up. Hydrogen is down to the hundreds of grams. And what are we looking at in terms of vacuum? Anything developing here? Still milligrams of carbon dioxide. That's fine. Yep, still have plenty of tech to do. This is kind of the slow research game where we're just sort of climbing up, doing a lot of gradual work. It's a lot of energy production required to keep this thing going. Now, I could bring in coal right now. I've got 46.8 tons, and actually, honestly, produces a lot of CO2. But I could do it down here, outside of my base, and just run some power up. And that's honestly not a terrible idea. That just means a few more human hours to keep things going on the batteries. In fact, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put in another battery as well. This should be 8. Get it done, guys. Did I really ask you to use iron ore for this? Oops. I guess if there's enough iron ore, get it done. Actually, not that bothered. Now, I am gonna bridge this at some point, but it actually won't hurt to have this down here. I might want to upgrade the wire at some point is the only problem. I'm a ways off bridging this. Really, I should be working on this one first, because this is a nastier heat input. Come on, dudes. And we're going to say when we're down to 20% on the battery, please make it a high priority to fill this thing up. Yeah, okay. Move over here, get some coal, and go fill this thing up. Nope. Come on, guys. Is anyone going down there? Insufficient resources. I do not think so, my friend. Okay. This is where I'm going to have to go. Priorities. Life support combat. Supply. Camille, can you just supply stuff, please? It's Ada. What just fell there? Ada. Dude. Okay, guys. Do it now. Not a question of whether or not you're interested in it. I want it done now. Okay, look. Yeah, and then I'm gonna kick you off of it. What are you doing? Okay, tell me what you're doing. You. Move. No. What on earth is the problem? Is my coal someplace stupid? Coal. No. Oh my gosh. Dude. Depressurize well. Depressurize well? I don't even know what that means. Little dig supply storage. Research cook art tidy. Care, toggle, life support. Someone go put coal in this thing. Thank you. And it's just going up by itself now. Suddenly we've got extra bodies to do things that need to be done. Five learning plus 1 strength. Ooh, and you're just squeamish, huh? Interests are fairly limited, but your decor expectation is horribly low. But you've got high creativity, but you can't do art because you're uncultured, so... I'm offended by your creativity and inability to do art in the same body. So, no. I reject you on the basis of that alone. I just feel like 6 is a pretty good stopping point at first in this game. Okay, come on, come on, come on. No research. Don't have that much to do. Get it done. Now, the problem with playing on this map after the new update is I'm pretty sure it's not going to have any of the new updated fumaroles, geysers, and so forth, volcanoes. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. You'll have resources again. How are we doing on food? 15,000. We're fine. It's 2 days. Everything is good to go. And because this is only powering... Oh, how is this thing coming? Hydrogen is... That's a long way to go. Still in milligrams. That's fine. We're finally getting this done. That's exciting. Let's get the gas pump in while we're here. And we will also... I think I'll just pull it through that same pathway. Gonna go... like... Take a gas bridge. For backflow. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I'm never gonna be able to build that. Ah, actually that's not true. I'll just dig this out. Now this is all buildable. Power-wise, I think I'm gonna draw this across like so. And honestly, this will be fine because fundamentally, this thing's not going to be powered at some point. It's going to be in vacuum unless it just won't be consuming power. It just won't go on. There's no gases to pump. It doesn't pump. What do we got? Bubbles. Congratulations. Now we got to get you back into the beginning of things. Have you been gophered yet? No, you've not. Enjoy life as a gopher. Sorry for the breathing. I had a chance when I was younger to get a surgery to sort of deal with my sinus issues, but I am actually really glad I didn't, as all the research I've done suggests that most of the long term it doesn't really actually benefit you. It usually gives you relief temporarily, but the underlying sort of pathology that creates the sinus blockages doesn't depart. It just comes back, and fundamentally nothing really changes. I am really filling this area up, and I think that's fine, but what I'm going to need to do is get a carbon skimmer in here at some point. I mean, at some point we're going to get real high pressure carbon dioxide. Probably in this bit. Especially, well no, once I seal this off, it might all pool down here. Depends on if I keep this door, this manual airlock open. Research complete. What did I research? Okay. I don't think I have any geysers for anything nearby. This game might be very, very forgiving in terms of the map design, and that I'm not hemmed in by slime loam. But I'm also not near any obvious beneficial renewable resources, so. And I am going to need to get something soon to deal with this heat issue. Look at this. The mealwood's already... This mealwood's going to stop producing fairly soon. I'm glad they are getting this done. I just finished getting the whole thing done. I want it all done. And normally I don't use this. I start, digging into my coal power until I've got oxygen production coming out from a different source. But right now, feel like this is somewhat justified. Just because I have so few dudes and I need them doing other things, and I can only be so effective without having hands on deck. I feel like there's another dude coming soon. No. 1.5 cycles away. How are we on time? Key Duke. You guys want to build this soon as well. What is the priority on this? 5. All the 6 jobs are getting done, which means we're almost done with 6. Once 6 is done, all the 5s are going to begin to get done as well. Yes, okay. Get mining, my buddies. Wow, still a lot of hydrogen in here, but there were hundreds of grams before, so it's still considerably less. Basically no oxygen going out into the base now. From this, it's just carbon dioxide, but we are talking on the level of micrograms. Okie doke. Just get the wires done now, my friends. And obviously the rest of the structures. Getting rid of all this ladder is going to be a bit of a pain. We've almost connected the dots here. Still a bit more wiring to be doing, and then I can start sealing this off. Okay, get it done. Closer. Toilets are getting taken care of. This is it's probably the max number of dudes I want to have with this number of toilets. So if we do take anyone else, we're gonna have to build, I think, another bathroom right underneath. Right here, probably. Catalina, good job. Have you been a farmhand before? Or actually, your digging's not the greatest. What do you actually want to do? Architect, groundskeeper. Have you already been a groundskeeper? Obviously, that makes sense. Have you been an architect? No. Well, you'll enjoy that. So close. I want to keep this open until I pull all the ladders up. Obviously, this way I'll get all of my sandstone back. It'll just drop right down here. Hydrogen is pretty stable in there. It's not really going up much. It's not going to. There's not a lot of grams of hydrogen left. This bit is becoming problematic. We're about to lose some mealwood plants. What have you got for me? Garbage. have those on 6 as well. Okay, they're just not getting done for some reason. I honestly don't need this anymore. Can we deconstruct this? All of this chlorine's gonna end up in my base for... Oh boy. Yeah, I forgot about that. Deconstruct 9. It's gonna send chlorine into the bottom of my base. What the heck? How did that even happen? Guys, get the heck out of there. What the heck is going on? I have no idea what just happened there. Copper just magically material? Did the door? There was a door. Did it become... I have no idea. You have to watch the video, maybe. Find out what happened. Ada, can you go up instead of down, my dear? Good on. And my headphones just died, so... can no longer hear what is happening in the game. I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to switch. Well, no, I think if I switch my headphones, the audio is not going to work. Is the audio's cut out. Okay, so this is going to be the time where we stop the game. It's close enough anyway, so hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let me know. Leave a message. Let me just say, hey, do this, do that. If you prefer I don't do Borg QB exploity stuff, you can let me know that. Probably going to do it anyway. It's a pretty hot little starting area. I'm going to need to pull some heat out. I could do something else. I could always do a polluted water heat sink and shunt that to a water sieve. It's no really less exploity. Fundamentally, right now in the game, there just isn't a way to survive long term without exploiting some form of heat deletion. Anyway, regardless, take care of yourself. Have a good day. You will hear me when you hear me.